If you are being gay and you're not also doing crime, then personally, I am not going to clock you as queer.
Oh? Alright guys, you know what time it is. Time to lose some brain cells. Welcome back to another video where I will be reacting to insane woke TikToks from a center-right moderate perspective. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing and sticking around. This channel's growing so fast. I mean, we're just crossing 100K, just feels like the other day, and we're already almost at 110,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to all of you who've come along and joined us. And don't forget to drop a like and comment with your thoughts as we move through this. Now, without further ado, buckle up and brace yourself, because the first TikTok we've got here really is quite a doozy.
I hate America so much. The quality of life is so bad that I'd be willing to commit treason for free. I'd be giving away government secrets like it's a Black Friday deal. You know, my little jingle would be, it's the season for some treason. I would do anything to get out of this country.
You know you can leave, right? Like, nobody's making you stay here, Cupcake. Nobody's holding you down and forcing you to stay here. If you really don't want to go, don't let the door hit you. My hot take is that taxpayers should actually fund one-way tickets for these people to the country of their choice, with the only condition being that they can't come back. And then we can give their citizenship to a doctor or an engineer or another highly skilled immigrant in a country like India or something that loves America and would love to come here. It's a win-win-win, baby girl. Look, I understand that America has our problems and that things aren't perfect here, but this hysterical nonsense about how terrible our country is just will never fail to make me roll my eyes. People need to stop thinking that the grass is so much greener everywhere else. It really isn't. I mean, we can look at the Human Development Index and we'll see that the United States ranks 21 out of 191 countries in the world for a measure of quality of life. That's really not that bad, especially considering that the countries above us are just above us by a tiny fraction. But no, tell me more about how America is so terrible that you would commit treason for free. Up next, even though politics has seeped into so much of our culture, this person apparently thinks our art isn't political enough.
I'm just gonna say, if your art isn't political, if it doesn't mean something, if it's not in service of a larger collective struggle for liberation, I don't give a fuck about it. And nobody should. Indigenous people, whenever we make art, it's political because our existence is political. It doesn't matter what we're singing about, what we're talking about, because our existence is political. Period. If you're not Indigenous and you're making art and you're writing about what? Your cishet boyfriend, whatever? I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry.
Well, she seems really fun and really stable. Seriously though, I hate this attempt to politicize all art all the time. Like, actually, babe, there are plenty of meaningful and important things in life, from family to love to faith to hardship to loss to betrayal, that are worthy and important themes to cover and discuss in art, but aren't inherently political or partisan. And if you really can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. Politics has broken your brain. And speak for yourself, okay? Because most of us want our art to be less political, not more. Because our actors and our musicians and our directors and other cultural folks, they're not exactly experts in geopolitics or economics or political theory. So their takes and their analysis and their opinions are really only worth so much. And having them forced on us nonstop through their art is more annoying than it is insightful in many cases. Now look, it's a free country, so if you want to bury yourself into leftism-infused art, be my guest. But the rest of us, I think we'll pass on that one, Cupcake. Up next, this person apparently thinks that gay people should do crime?
If you are being gay and you're not also doing crime, then personally, I am not going to clock you as queer. You can identify however you want, but personally, I understand queer to have a necessary implication that you are in some meaningful way standing in opposition to the status quo, to the prevailing power structures in our capitalist, white supremacist, patriarchal society. And if you're not doing crime, like even a little bit, then I don't know how you are meaningfully doing that.
Excuse me? Maybe I'm crazy, but did he just like confess to the fact that he personally probably does crime? Maybe the police should look into that a little bit. Anyway, I feel like I must have hit my head and must be hallucinating, because there's no way that a supposedly woke TikToker just said that in order to be truly gay, you should also have to be doing crimes? Because as a gay person, that's about as offensive as anything I've heard from a right-wing homophobe in some time. And girl, I don't really care if you clock me as queer or not, because like most gay people, I don't identify with that word queer. And many, although not all, of the people who do use that word to describe themselves hold a lot of fringe left-wing beliefs that I do not want to be associated with. Anyway, being gay is simply about who I love and who I'm going to build a family with. Other than kind of necessarily informing my view that people should be free to live and love any consenting adult, being gay doesn't really determine my political worldview or how I see everything around me. It honestly has almost nothing to do with how I see questions of economics, foreign policy, or governance. And while yes, I am gay, I don't want to resist or tear down the structures of capitalism. On the contrary, I honestly believe that all people can prosper more if they're left more free to work hard and reap the benefits and to trade peacefully with their neighbors. If anything, I want to expand capitalism by getting the government out of the way of people doing business and letting people keep more of their hard-earned money and paying less to Uncle Sam to go waste. I just don't see how any of that is inconsistent with being a gay person, because I'm still an individual and I don't support crime. Like many gay people, I'm just a normal person. And I know that you might think you're being woke, but babe, this is just homophobia with progressive wrapping paper around it. Do better. Up next, more panicked hysteria from the TikTok people.
I think the conversation about like preventing fascism needs to die right now. We are in fascism. It's happening.
I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath, babe. Breathe in, breathe out. Step outside for a moment, maybe touch the grass and look around. Do you see the fascism? Is it in the room with us right now? I hate to break it to you, but the version of the world and of the news that you see on TikTok is not real life. If you'd ever been in a fascist country or even just read more history and educated yourself, you would know that whatever our problems, and while there may be more authoritarian politicians with support in this country on the left and right than any of us would like, we're not, in fact, living through fascism. It's just not helpful to exaggerate like this, and it kind of discredits you as well. It's like the old boy who cried wolf story, because now when you finally do raise the alarm about something concerning or authoritarian, nobody's gonna listen, because you acted like every Republican under the sun was a fascist all along. So maybe stop doing that, okay? Alright guys, that's it for this video, because I can't really handle more woke TikToks in one sitting without incurring permanent brain damage. If you got a kick out of this video, don't forget to hit that like button and comment with your thoughts, and please do consider subscribing and sticking around. And with that, I'll see you all in my next video.